Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's welcome back with the weekly comic book roundup. Moving on to the X-Men. Let's kick things off with X-Force number 9. So, where we left off, X-Force had gone to the future to save Kid Cable. And, well, they were rolling a battle against Strife's Mutant Liberation Army, which has basically been reinforced with with transient mutants that had been brainwashed. However, the psychic skin sacks are trying to maintain their hold on them, as well as keeping Rachel Summers docile. Oh, I would say, docile, unconscious, Blacksmith, however, has managed to slow time down a great deal, so that X-Force can get out of there and go rescue Cable and the Clan Chosen. However, something is trying to contact Rachel in her mind. By the time the Mutant Liberation Army comes to, Clan Chosen's gone. And so X-Force makes their way in, splitting up into two groups. Deathlock, Cannonball, and Warpath will go after Cable, while Domino, Shatterstar, and Boom Boom will go after Strife. Strife is, of course, not happy about the fact that apparently the Clan Chosen managed to get away. Clan Chosen and followers of Ascani, I should say. Meanwhile, Cable has been found by Deathlock, Shatterstar, and Warpath. Only his Technovirus has pretty much taken up the entirety of his cell. So, Deathlock pops his energy claws. Okay, so Deathlock. This version of Deathlock is the one that appeared in Uncanny X-Force years back. So yeah, he has, as well as before that, Wolverine Weapon X. So yeah, he does have claws. So he cuts his way. They cut their way through to Cable, pop off his power dampener. Meanwhile, cutting back to Domino and her team, they come upon Strife, and things ain't looking good. Meanwhile, it turns out that the entity trying to contact Rachel Summers is none other than Lady Ascani. And we get the name of the psychics for the Cronin skin set. Cronin, and I think skin sets are just a way of, talking shit about them. But Rachel manages to basically regain consciousness and regain herself, and she annihilates the Cronin just completely. Incinerate, cosmic flame. And she's basically standing in front of, actually hovering would probably be a better way of putting it, in front of Shatterstar, Domino, and Boom Boom. And she's like, somebody tell me what the hell is going on here. Actually, really cool. Next issue will be the final showdown. Well, at least the final issue. Yep, sadly, X-Force and all the X-Books are coming to an end next month. Well, over the course of this month and next month. Moving on to Marvelous X-Men number 5. From the Age of X-Man. So we open up a flashback to years ago, the early days of the X-Men. And Nate discussing things with the original team. Apparently, Iceman was uneasy about Nate's glowing eye. But he started to question what he's done. And there was he's met multiple Nate Grays. And he's asked, of course, asked questions. However, elsewhere we pick up with Moneta of District X dead, murdered. Nature Girl is able to contact the bacteria within Moneta's body to find out what happened. Moneta was looking for the missing Pyotr Rasputin. Department X, not District X. And she managed to get into Apocalypse's head, see his past. And we discover that him and X-Man made an arrangement. The role he will fulfill in the Age of X-Man is a regressive force to oppose. A test. A villain. Then when he realizes what she's seen, he kills her. However, they now deal with the fact that apparently Nate Gray Nate, their teammate, created the world around them. And there's some argument. They go back to their headquarters and of course, X-23 grabs some of the gear she found hidden behind the wall. And they find Jean and say, "Okay, things are going on. You need to know." And she informed them of Bishop. Let's find out what happened. Get kind of an idea of what happened during Uncanny X-Men number 10. The X-Men were at war with Nate. She tried to help him, but she failed. Then there was an endless void of darkness, his presence all around, and she felt terror. Then suddenly, everything was perfect. And so Nate arrives, and they immediately attack him, but he manages to stop them. And he basically explains to them that he is this world. We end with a quote from Fahrenheit 451. You can't make people listen. You have to come around they have to come around in their own time, wondering what happened and why the world blew up around them. It can't last. However, all roads lead at this point to Age of X-Men Omega. Next up, we've got Apocalypse and the Extracts number 4. Where we left off with Apocalypse and the Extracts, Evan Summoner, the son of Apocalypse, had just gone to save his teammates from Omega Red. Taking a rather familiar guise, and actually managing to do a pretty decent job of taking on Red, and saving Dazzler and Unveil. Meanwhile, in New York, Apocalypse was holding another gathering, and Colossus shows up, explaining he's left the X-Men, and he wishes to become a follower of Ben Summoner. They talk about what they saw when they were briefly merged, when Shadowcat phased through him. They kiss. However, back in Kazakhstan, they're not having the best. Dazzler and Unveil are not having the best time getting everyone to leave. So, Unveil sort of convinces them they should leave. And then Omega Red tells Evan what he's seen. He looked through one of the whole, as he puts it, funhouse mirrors. He peered into the glowing funhouse mirrors, saw warped reflections of himself battling the X-Men, and knew this was to be his eternal destiny. Saw wars for survival, great revolutions, and he saw Apocalypse, a manipulator of history. And Omega realized that he had been manipulated by his history, had been manipulated by Apocalypse as well. And so Evan reverts back to his normal self, and is promptly ran through by Omega Red. However, he uses his cosmic power to send the celestial power he has from his father, to kind of basically back through Omega Red. The Extracts arrive back in Manhattan with the injured Evan. And Summoner asks everyone to join the X. Colossus as well. Then later on, turns out that Apocalypse was able to fix Eye-Boy's hands. However, Eye-Boy, sleeping, sees something. Conversation between Nate Gray and Apocalypse. And basically, that Evan could not be brought back because he knew too much. And so ends issue number 4 of Apocalypse and the Extracts. One more issue to go on that one. Next up, we've got the last book of the week, last X-Men book of the week at least. We've got Major X number 5. So where we left off, Major X, McCoy, and the Essential had left the Watchtower and ended up in the Essential's home. Genosha. Faced by a legion of Sentinels. But they discovered quickly that the Sentinels are inert. They're met by a young girl named Aura. And, it turns out they're in 2019 at this point. A period of tremendous upheaval for mutants. And so the Essential says that he will no longer be president. The form he has been compromised and soon will be no more. The damage has been done. He has taken measures to ensure that he will continue. Going on to explain that his physical form is only a shell, one that contains his gift for a period. Another will take its place. He then passes his gift on to Aura, and then his clothes fall into a pile. But they're quickly attacked by the administrator of the Watchtower and totally not rip-offs of Samus Aran's armor from Metroid. So Aura, now the Essential, activates the Sentinels and sends them after the Administrator. However, of course, the Administrator is not controlling the armor from, being there. He's controlling it from a distance. But the Essential can still reach him and still end him. Which he does. But it turns out that now Major X's mother has been targeted. In the future, what was it called? The Existence, the Atlantean portion. Nomar and Laura bring the Essential to a hooded figure. However, the Essential falls apart just like in the present. The hooded figure reveals himself to be none other than Namor. And he blows the horn of Proteus, summoning the terror of Atlantis. This means the mutants will cower before him and will beg for his mercy. So shall it be written, so shall it be done. Imperious Rex. At Xavier School, so Major X, the 2019 portion takes place before Age of X-Man. They arrive at Major X, McCoy, and Aura arrive. And we learn that Major X's mother is none other than Storm. Which I really should have seen that coming, but I up until the last few pages I was kind of I wasn't really guessing until the last few pages there. So yeah, I really should have seen that coming, but anyway, so that's it for the X-Men books this week. What we got, I think, we got a Uncanny number 20 coming out next week. Probably also War of the Realms Uncanny number 3. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you want. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I put new content. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon are in the search box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.